inside the all-new House of Public Discourse Radio.com. The House is an area in social media where individuals can come together to discuss societal issues, and from that discussion influence political action. Welcome to the House,
where our house is your house.
The Foundations. The Foundation Movement. The beginning. We ask you to consider joining a great evolution. Help us to make our democracy fully functional. To go beyond the political parties and to see an American solution, not a Republican or a Democratic one. Not to create a new party, but to build a human-centric nation. When what matters is what you do as a human being, not who you are, who your parents are, or what color your skin is. Political parties, however, can only achieve that by gaining power within a monopolistic political system, since they are just private clubs. The Foundations movement is the structure from which we drive change, an American evolution. Democracy itself is not the problem, but both parties are to blame. We owe it to the founders, their constitution and the founding documents, to make the necessary changes. We ask you to join us on a journey to a place we have only imagined. This is not a journey to some new policy or law, but one to the stars. We shall continue this journey, but we shall also be the beginning of it. We seek to build something wonderful. We are the builders of a society that will last and not destroy itself. To give what we can to the future and be the guardians of that futurity, the builders of starships and man. We may not be smarter or better than other people, but we are those who look into the future to see what we can build. We are choosing to build our humanity while building structures that will enhance the genius within all of us in contrast to the idiot. The Foundations movement is based on peer network architecture. It was the way the internet began. Some of you may remember shareware. People would take what others would build and add their talents to it. We had the internet until Google and its friends messed it up for profit. We do not have the money to buy things and people, nor should we. We don't own television or radio stations. But we own ourselves. We must preserve the basic principles, not change them. Truth, logic, ethics, and honesty must remain forever the same, otherwise, our work will be assumed, as has happened to so much in our society, and turned against us. We ask you today to join the Foundations movement. This is the time to not be afraid of each other. Let's see straight through the lies and myth of those we call the cons, their private propaganda machine, and their hidden agenda. We shall begin by organizing. We shall be leaderless, which makes it difficult for the cons to target us. Our starting point will be a code of agreement. We agree to reach a set of simple and easily understood goals to accomplish a real and lasting change, outside of the existing political structure. There is no easy or quick way out of the trap we are in, but there is a way out together. We have lost the present, but we shall win the future. Our path can be hard, for it is full of possible failure and tragedy, but it is one we must walk so our children and theirs have a future. Where people can discover and live into the potential they were born with, as with our society. We were born as a nation, as a society, with great potential. Isn't it time we live up to that? This must be the time when we cease to celebrate past failures and find the potential in all of us. Instead of building in failure, as the current system does. We begin today by reaching to the stars, not stopping at the moon. The Foundations ask you to search your souls and share your abilities to make the world better. We are more than we were, but not yet what we will be.
The American Pledge. No matter the differences between Republicans and Democrats, I pledge to be an American first. I now pledge to keep an open mind, based on facts rather than propaganda or opinion, toward the truth. I pledge to look past the physical characteristics of my fellow Americans, and see them for who they truly are, not just how they appear. Humans should be judged on their character, integrity, and humanity, not just how they look. I pledge to actively work against the abuse culture that is the realm of the intelligent animal, not that of the human being. I refuse to allow and participate in any part of it, whether economical, sexual, or racist. We stand for the proposition that it is self-evident, that all men and that women are created equal. I pledge to represent to all that I touch, all that I affect the very best in my humanity. To seek to reach beyond time and space to the future where my actions and those like me will create a better, honest, logical, ethical and truthful America. I pledge to seek the truth, be logical and ethical in my actions, to be honest in my intentions and to seek the path that creates the most common good for this nation. I choose to work to raise the quality of life for all Americans equally and to see all Americans for what they do, not for what they have. I pledge to build America, which I touch daily, in small ways for the better. To use kindness, use respect, and use the truth to make America and Americans better every day, to the ability I have to do so. I pledge to make myself better and make those around me better every day through my constant hunger to learn. To never be satisfied that I know enough or everything. I need to know. To make sure that I seek the truth, fact by facts instead of a point of view, my wants and desires. I pledge to be more than the sum of my technology, my worldly goods, or my status among those that see material things as the only accurate measure. It is not. We must own our technology, not be owned by it or the things we own. I pledge to seek the song of the universe, to sing in harmony with what it has provided us, this earth, this life. We live through what the universe has provided. We have no dominion upon this earth nor the reaches of the universal continuum. We seek to live within the harmony of the universal song. Not destroy what is given and still gives us life, given us form and given us a thinking capability. If it has been given to us, show we do not use it? We each have a responsibility, a duty given us by our evolution and ability to reason to do so, not create confusion and lies to cover the abuse of others or ourselves. We seek something yet to be achieved by humanity. The construction of a truthful, logical and ethical society. To be honest in our intent, to be respectful of others' rights as we expect ours to be respected. That the inside deal of skin color, parental wealth and status granted by others is only an illusion, a product of the abuse of others and destructive to America and Americans. We seek a meritocracy in which Americans reach the limits of their potential, not what they are wrongly given. Furthermore, in doing so we become the builders of the builders that reach beyond us, our time and space to become something extraordinary. We pledge to become our potential and become those who act as the next generation's shoulders to go beyond us and continue into infinity. The foundations.
The foundations.